Alrighty, guys, and we are live. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you all here. Welcome to a new episode of Catching Up with Kate, guys. Make sure you guys if you guys are just hopping in on a stream, make sure you guys go and share the stream out because I am a fairly new YouTuber and it would be nice to know other YouTubers know that you are joining in the conversation, whether it's on social media or messaging other people in the DisTube community. So we're going to go deep diving. Today's topic is going to be all about Disney bucket list. However, I have a few housekeeping things just to let you guys know what's going on. First of all, I have a blog post coming, guys. It's coming. I've been extremely busy with work. My work is getting me back into the swing of doing my original job, which is markdowns. I've been in the back for a while. It's crazy. It's like, okay. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that I have officially made my plans into going to school in fall of 2021 for college. I'm going back into school, so that's very exciting. So I'm hoping to get tons of content to you out and make sure to still do a show when I'm in college too. So, but I have something that James actually would know about. Keith, I think actually you were here for a little bit. If you guys were watching my surprise live stream on Wednesday evening, you guys all know that I made a little friend as a craft. And so before I debut him, I'm going to say hello to everyone in chat. And if everyone that's here, make sure you share out the stream to friends or other Disney YouTubers that you think that love going into the topic of Disney bucket list, because, man, I like talking about it because it's so much fun to talk about. So we're going to say hello to everyone in chat. We're going to have, first up is our mod extraordinaire, Mr. James Ryan. He's awesome. And he sent me some of the sweetest messages. Unfortunately, when Disney reopened, they officially pressed me out of going to the parks on my own. I used to be able to go to the parks a lot better, and a lot of my cast friends would help me get rooms there, but casts have been pretty limited of what they can be doing. But I appreciate the lovely, lovely sentiment from you. I really appreciate your comments. That was very nice. Made my evening. And we have Keith, big Disney fan. Hello. And I just became his first officer in his moderator group, which is pretty cool. And that's an honor for me. So thank you for putting me there. And we have Rob Buzz. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. It's nice to see the bigger YouTubers helping support smaller content like myself. So I really appreciate you supporting the small YouTuber that I am. And I did lose 2 subscribers today, but I gained 1 today. Jim from More Sunshine, please just subscribe to my channel. So I want to say, Jim, if you're watching this after, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you guys haven't watched my cooking video, I cooked a recipe of mushroom carbonara. It was very yummy, very delicious. It's one of my favorite recipes that I've been making lately. I've been a vegetarian since I was 6 years old, and I'm having fun learning new recipes because I didn't start cooking on my own until I was like 13, and I haven't really started making my own dishes until I was like 16, 17. So it's very exciting. But yeah, thank you very much. James and Rob says, my bucket list is way too big. Mine is way too big, but I'm going to keep it small so that way you guys aren't here for 3 hours. And James says it keeps growing too. Yeah. No problem. Thank you. Jim. Yeah, Jim. Woohoo. Yay. Keith says my Disney bucket list is to do as much as I can in 6 days when I go in 3 years. You'll have tons of fun. Just make sure you go into Disney with an open mind. That's the best way to experience Disney, is to have an open mind. You can have a couple rides that are on your must-do list, but go into it with an open mind, because when you went, I can tell you, and James can tell you from solo trips, if you go in with an open mind, you don't really have a plan for the day, sometimes amazing things will happen in the parks that way. Sometimes I meet people. I met a couple of my Disney college program bloggers that I've really enjoyed. One on my college program. It's awesome. So go into it with open expectations. We have And he says, ha 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 ha. Oh, I'm glad I'm somewhat funny. Great. My family doesn't think that, but there's some days where it's like interesting. Unfortunately, most of the people who do jokes on their channels or in their live streams, half of them or 75% of them I don't get, and it's very annoying to myself, but I have to accept that, and if I have to ask a question, I do. That's part of my life. But yeah. Oh, thanks to Mickey Bunch. She just liked my IGTV story about my live stream. James and Jim of More Sunshine is a very clever comedic creator and a great guy. He is a great guy from what I've seen. I loved his Schoolhouse Rock. His Schoolhouse Rock live stream he had not too long ago. I thought that was awesome. Schoolhouse Rock was a show of mine. Also, I was a PBS Kids kid, like watching a lot of their content growing up. So I watched on. I was watching Between the Lions, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Reading Rainbow. What else? Caillou, a little bit here and there. Arthur was a great show, and I just found out that they're still making seasons of Arthur, which is insane to myself, at least. But yeah. And then Fetch was another one, which Fetch, a lot of people don't know. It was like a live act. It was kind of like a real kid show, but it was talking about math and science. It was great. What else did I watch? Oh, I watched the Boomafoo, which was with the Kratt brothers, and they're amazing. If you haven't watched the show, please do. It's like it follows a lemur, and they actually go out and you see different kind of animals and how they live in their habitats. It's pretty cool. It's not meant fully as a kids show, but it's very entertaining. Ralph says the solo trips are the best. Yes, solo trips are the best. I've done 2 or 3 in my college program, or I had 6 months of it in my college program with only a couple days with friends because everyone knew that I was overstimulated most of the time, but they were super understanding of it. I need James on my channel. James is great. I agree. James is great. And James says, oh, but I'm a subscriber. And he says, awesome. Jim is awesome. So funny. I will say Jim from More Sunshine Place seems to do better with giving jokes that I can fully understand, which is great. I don't have to need additional clarification. Like, I'm a very black and white person. So if you say something that has like something that I have to read in between the lines for, 9 out of 10 times I won't understand it. So then you have to pull it up. Keith says, what I can't buy on my Disney trip, I can order from Shop Disney. Absolutely. And especially right now with the pandemic, you can get the limited edition pins via Shop Disney and all that. But James, I'm sure you're in. You're just waiting for the debut of Forky because he was on the entire most of the live, and he was excited for that. So is everybody ready for the debut of my Craft Forky? So if you guys want to figure out what I'm talking about, if you haven't watched my Wednesday's live stream with Forky, with my fun pop-up chill and hang out with me video, I went through kind of a bing back on a way and that kind of thing. I went to a Five Below in Florida while I was on vacation, and I found a Forky craft kit that you could build your own Forky, kind of similar to what Bonnie did in the movie. So, are you guys ready for him? The only thing I haven't done yet, because I let this clay dry until now, so that way it wouldn't fall on you. I haven't wrote Bonnie's name on the popsicle sticks yet, but I promise it will be done by next week. And he will go in this corner right here by Mr. Orange Bird, because Orange Bird was kind of like a mini mascot in co-op. We had a lot of merchandise for the Orange Bird when we were during my time in my college program. Had a lot of signs, merch, and the dress shop was just starting. But ready? Ta-da! We have Forky. Hello, I am Forky, and I like trash. Ta-da! I'm trying to get him so you can see him. Yeah, he's awesome. James says, bring on the guest. He's a very good guest for the show. Rumpus is cool. Yeah, he's awesome. I like him. And then you even have the rainbow on his foot. That's even in the original movie, which is awesome. Yes. Hold on, James. I'll wait until that comes up. James Rain says, thanks to Disney Dan who figured out how to make the mouth. Yes, absolutely. It did work. So, complications on that. So when you get this kit, all these wax sticks was like a huge, like probably this long of a wax stick. And I'm like, how are you supposed to make a mouth with that? But then this amount of space for the head, right? And I'm asking James and I was asking Dan, I was like, because it wasn't very descriptive in directions. And as an autistic person, I could tell you 9 out of 10 times for the most of the autistic people that you'll meet, directions are very key for us. I follow them to a T. And he's like, why don't you fold the wax in half and then make the mouth that way? And I was like, that could work. And then I made the bad mistake of asking James what he thought about it. And he's like, I don't know. I can't add anything to this. But I didn't mind. I'm like, no worries. I said, some people can do it, some people can't. But yeah. And then the only thing I didn't do on the live was add his hands, which was interesting. What I ended up doing was twisting them. I obviously twisted them onto the spoon. I twisted them, and then I kind of I folded the pipe cleaners in half, and then I twisted them so I would get the 3 hands on each side. And it turned out really cute. And he's going to accompany Mr. Orangebird along with, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's another Forky right over there. And that's a plush version I usually get every year around my birthday. Disney, if you sign up for their email list, usually you get a 20% off, 25% off code for your birthday month on Shop Disney. So every year I always get what I wanted. I got that orange bird figurine. This is the lizard from Frozen 2 because I really enjoyed that movie. I thought the storyline was brilliant and I was very hesitant about it. And then I also got Forky. I got this Skyliner Funko Pop, which is awesome. And then in my closet, actually, I'll show you. I wore this on last week's or 2 weeks ago on the stream. And on my birthday, I also got, I got the Pixar Ball Spirit jersey with the Walt Disney World. I wish they had one that matched my co-op costume because, man, it would have been awesome. But it's always like that. And I also wanted to share with you guys a special Disney College Program memory of mine with you all. But let me catch up and chat. Dan rocks. Absolutely, Dan rocks. And actually, Dan has said this in a couple of his live streams. I'm excited to tell you guys that we are officially collabing on a CM live stream. We're going to talk about each of our college program journeys. He's done what's called the CRP, which is the Cultural Representative Program. I did the DCP, which is the Disney College Program, and that is only in the U.S. There's 2 programs for internationals. There's the CRP, and there's the Disney International College Program, the ICP. And he did the CRP, and then my roommate did an ICP because she was only here for 9 weeks of our summer, which was really sad. But before I jump into the bucket list, make sure you guys like the video, by the way, and also share this out. Yeah, we are collabing. I'm very excited about it. We're going to be ranting about the Disney College Program bus system because, man, you guys have no idea what it's like to be on those college program buses. It is awful. They're very loud. I can't hear anyone on a bus. I had an iron deficiency problem on a bus and almost passed out. And I also almost and I've been late several times to work because of a bus. or have gotten home really late because of a bus. It's very interesting. But anyways, hey, and we got Josh Goes to Disney. Hey, Josh. Thank you for visiting my home today, and I hope that Billy was back in Disney Springs so you can say hello. He's an awesome dude. He really supported me during my college program, and I actually wanted to share this college program memory right here. So I wanted a way to, at the end of my program, to commemorate all the cast that I've worked with, and whether they were a friend of mine or not, I still wanted them to be written in this book because it meant a lot for them to be a part of my journey and to be a part of somewhere where it's life-changing. Because when I got that college program email that I was going to work for Disney, it marked an occasion where in my mind I could see myself having a career with Disney with everyone. So I was really excited about that. So this is an autograph book. I got this at Cast Connections. Yeah, you bought a ton of pins. Yeah. You have to send me a picture, Josh, of what you bought. This is an autograph book that I bought at Cast Connections for like $1 in the Mickey's Treasure portion of Cast Connections, which is a gold gem. And I wanted to find a way to make a memory. Now, some of my cast member friends had the Disney Springs bottling company, and they had a bottle that was actually that, and you could open, and all of us wrote notes and put it into the thing, and whenever they had a bad day, they could always pull it out. Well, I wanted something more tangible that I could hang on to, and I could keep this in my family and add it if I do additional college programs in the future. So this is basically a timestamp of some of my times of my program. So like I told everyone, if you wanted to write in the back, you could, but you could also write it nearby your favorite princess. So a couple of my friends, this is Cassie. She's awesome. She used to be a cast member, but now she's working. I don't remember where she's working now. We have Bailey. She works at Disneyland. Now she works at Star Wars. I can't remember if she's on Smuggler's Run or merch or food service. But it's one of those. Nobody wrote an Aurora spot. I felt bad for Aurora. And nobody is in Snow White. But everyone, and this is my dear friend Livy. Livy is still, she's not working for Disney, but she's working with animals, which I think is awesome. So Livy, shout out if you guys watch this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share this to my personal Facebook. That way some of my Disney friends can do this. Oh, this made me so happy. This is probably one of the first friends I've ever made in my entire life. This is my friend Grace. Why she wrote on this page is because we did a day on my college program on my 19th birthday, and we met Ariel that day. And she wrote a sweet note. She said what we did on that day. We went to be our guest, and somebody paid for our dessert because I heard that, first of all, they didn't have a gluten-free option or gluten and dairy-free option for Grace. They fell off of her. And then, yeah, all that. And then, oh, there was nothing in there. But she wrote a fun memory of that day, which was really fun. And guys, and hello, Roxana. Shout out, Roxana and I are doing Let's Talk Disney tomorrow night at 7 p.m. 7 p.m.? Oh, God. Roxana, I've already forgotten, and I literally just saw the thumbnail. Why is my brain doing this today? I've done this all day today, too. It's like not because it's that way. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time, we are doing Let's Talk Disney, and we're going to be talking about the Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom reopening because tomorrow is going to be going to the public, so it's going to be pretty interesting. And if you guys want to find my Facebook page, that is my Facebook page there. I'll be posting about my life, my life blogs, my YouTube channel, so if you guys want an update of what's going on, that's where you can get it from. But I wanted to show you the back, and Josh, while you're here, I wanted to show you what Billy actually wrote in this, because Billy is one of my good friends of mine who is there. We got some people joining now. We have Hitchhiking Bones. Hello. Howdy, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm turning southern. This is so bad. I'm usually from the Midwest. This is not how it's supposed to be. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Okay, Josh. Okay. Josh, this one on the bottom is the Katie, the other coordinator I told you about. This is what she wrote about. She just had her baby. She has come back to the parks now. And then where is Billy's note? And I have people from either from college program kids, my leaders, coordinators, that kind of thing. I'm trying to see if I can find Billy's note here. This is actually my main leader right here. Billy, I know she's on here. Oh, more sunshine, please. Hi, Jim. We were just talking about you, like maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. So you have to rewatch the stream. Thank you, Roxana. I appreciate that. I've had an off day today. And even my boss today at work is like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I think my brain is off today, but yet again, I live with mental conditions. It happens to me every single day." And James is correct here. I am a really big on Instagram, so if you guys are interested in a collab or want a video idea of something that you think I would make to help you guys understand either my disabilities, my cast member life, or just my Disney life in general, make sure you guys are messaging me there. I can definitely reach out there. That's the best way of contacting me. And everyone's saying hello to each other. Thank you, Hitchhiking Bones. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have really good Instagrams. James, I'm trying to find Billy's comment here because I know he wrote in this. Because if sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out where. Thanks, James, for posting the link. I appreciate that. This is the live stream for tomorrow. We have a special guest, Rachel Loves Disney, which is one of my other moderators. She's also going to be our guest talking about reopening. I actually don't have Billy's name in here. What the heck? I need to message him like right now. He is not in my book, which means this is coming up my trip and I'm having him write in the book. But yeah, if you guys are ever in Disney Springs and you want to meet some of my amazing cast who worked with me during my college program, my main leader is Michael. He's going to be over at Marketplace Co-op. He's usually going to be wearing a phone on him, and he's usually in business casual wear with obviously Michael has his name tag. He's an amazing dude. He was a U.S. He loves doing all this, and I think it's a lot of fun. And he was kind of the person who was really open to learning about me if he wanted to make sure that I had a good experience with my college program, which made the world to me. Every single time we had a Pandora event or an art signing or a limited edition release, he would always ask with another leader and make sure it was okay if I was working, if I was already scheduled. And if I wasn't comfortable, they would call scheduling right away and ask me to have the day off, which meant a lot. Because a lot of people don't even think about us, and to have my leaders do that for me is amazing human. And I had about a group of 8 in the summer that we worked from Thailand. They said this is the first experience they ever had with working with someone with a disability. They said, "How do you do it?" I'm like, "You just do. That's just part of life." But yeah. Hope you all are having a magical evening. I certainly am. And I wanted to show you, for those of you who are just joining me now, I wanted to share with you the art project I ended up finishing from my Wednesday live stream, which was my chill out and hang out with me. I made Forky. Now I found this guy at Five Below as a crafting fun session. And I made him, and he's gonna go right next to the orange bird on my desk. And I will be using that desk layout soon. I just need to put pillows on the bench I have. It's kind of like it's supposed to be a patio chair. It was the cheapest thing I could get, and it worked out. And I needed pillows, so that way I'm sitting straight forward. But yeah. But I wanted to share the debut of Porky. The only thing I have not done is wrote Bonnie on the feet, and I promise it will. I think I'm going to do it in the same style as Jessie and Bullseye from Toy Story, or Bullseye, where it's on both legs. I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not sure. Josh says, I missed live streaming. Well, let's come up with an idea and stream together. That would be a lot of fun. James says, it's a fun week, so I'm glad things are moving forward. Yes, very so. It feels weird that it's already Friday already. But without further ado, since I have 6 of you here, is everyone ready to go into this bucket list items? Because I certainly am. And I came up with about 10 in my head, but obviously we can make this into different parts. And I'll make sure to write this down in the description, or somebody write this down so that way I don't have to repeat a bucket list item for my college programs. I need thumbs up in the comments for everyone. And I have the YouTube chat and I have the StreamYard chat, so I have everything up. Oh, and I want to shout out to Mr. Project and Lynn Project. Happy anniversary to the both of you. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, Josh, message me on Instagram. I will definitely do a live stream again with you. It was a lot of fun. Just pick a topic and we'll do that. James says, let's do this. What about everyone else? Roxana says she's ready. And plus also, I like people all knowing that it's the same thing. It's like an autistic ADHD, to make sure I'm not going weird in the conversation. It's confusing, guys. Autism is a confusing diagnosis, and I don't expect everyone to understand what it's like, but I just run on my own speed, people. Alrighty, set, go. Jim says we're ready. Hitchhiking Bone says we're ready. James says let's go. Alrighty, I'm going to start since there's 5 people here and 4 of them say let's go. So we're going to start with number 1, which number 1 for me is visiting every single park that is existent. So that is going to be, I've done both the U.S., all the U.S. parks and all of Disneyland, as well as Disneyland in California, both parks, Disney's California Adventure Park and Disneyland Park. Actually, my first trip to Disneyland was about 2 weeks after Disney's California Adventure opened. And I never went into California Adventure because I was still nonverbal at the time, and they thought it would be really interesting. So anyways. In order of what I want to go to, my number 1 go-to right now is Tokyo Disney. It's going to be my number 1. Number 2 is going to go out to Shanghai. They're coming out with a lot of fun things at Shanghai, so I'm really excited to go there. And then followed by Hong Kong. Hong Kong is getting the most changes out of everything. The new castle, if you guys haven't seen the new picture of Hong Kong Disneyland's new castle, it is absolutely beautiful, and it still has the original look of the original Sleeping Beauty castle embedded into it, which I think is awesome. And we're going to just plug More Sunshine, please. If you guys want to follow his live streams, he goes live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And enjoy that there. So, yeah, I definitely want to shout him out because the first video he commented on was my mushroom carbonara dish, which I didn't have a good camera view on that, so I couldn't really walk you through the recipe, and I should have, and that reminds me, I need to post the link to that recipe in the comments, so thank you for reminding me. And then, what's after that? We have Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo, we have Paris, and then Paris, I think, is the only thing that's left. And Paris, oh, I'm so excited for Ratatouille to come to the United States because Ratatouille is one of my favorite underrated Disney movies, and I'm so excited to see that in person. But they don't have the Gusto restaurant, which is okay because I can go to Paris and do it myself. But anyways, that's there. Bucket list item number 2 is to go on a VIP tour myself for a full day in the parks. I think that would be a ton of fun. And as somebody who was a Disney cast member, I love to appreciate those who know a lot of times. And VIP tour, I met one on my college program. We did a seminar that's called Disney Heritage, and I'll go more into that on our DCP live stream. I'm sure we'll talk about that on Dan's channel. And whenever we guys come out with a date, we'll let you guys know. But a VIP tour guide is such a special position, and they give a lot of insight. They know a lot of Disney history, and they know how to treat guests with respect, and treat them and let them have fun. And I would love to ask them simple questions that, are available to. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. I did Keys to the Kingdom tour, and it was absolutely so much fun at that way. So number 3 is to become a VIP tour guide cast member. That has been my dream role at the company for quite some time now. Usually you will start as a guest relations cast member, and you will be upgraded to be trained as a VIP tour guide. That'd be something that's so much fun, and for me to be even specialized to help disabled families would be even better, because I experienced a lot of the Disney disabled system growing up, and all the accessibility that comes to that. But it's awesome. I love it. I love that, James. Can I get a discount? James, honestly, I'm not 100% sure about the actual VIP tour guide. I know with Keys to the Kingdom and the Epcot behind the scenes store, those you can get a discount on as CMs, but I'm not sure about the actual VIP tour guide. But I will ask my CM friends, and I will get back to you on that, because I want to know myself, actually. Okay, and going into, what are we at, guys? Number 3? No, number 4. Number 4 is to meet a Disney legend one day. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, okay, well, who kind of Disney legend? And I said, for me, a Disney legend would be somebody who worked in the Disney theme parks and has the blue name tag. So if you guys are going to the parks and you have a blue name tag cast member that you meet, they have a badge of honor that most people don't know about, and it's the Disney Legacy Award. No, it's not like D23, where they get recognized by thousands of fans, but they get nominated from their own coworkers. They get put together. Actually, I've had a few leaders, and I've had a few of my cast member friends actually become Disney legends, Disney Legacy Award winners that way. And it's so cool of an honor. And for one day for me to even have one would be a tremendous honor and privilege. So meeting a Disney legend or becoming a Disney legend, Disney Legacy. People would call it either way. You can call it Disney Legend or Disney Legacy. People do either. I don't know what James calls it for himself, but that way, yeah. And we are at number 5. Number 5 on my Disney bucket list is to go backstage at some of my favorite attractions. Because even if you're a CM, you're not allowed backstage at places that you don't work at. And for me, I never got to go backstage really that much at Magic Kingdom. Oh no, guys, I'm losing the chat here. I haven't gotten a comment in a couple minutes. Guys, can you give me a thumbs up and make sure the comments are still working? Because I don't know if it's my internet. Oh no. Guys, is everything okay? Okay, Roxana says we're good. Thank you. I've been getting lost in thought, and I'm thinking there's no comments to go around. But I guess everyone's just listening. But that's great. Haunted Mansion backstage is pretty awesome, Jim. I actually did go backstage during the Keys to the Kingdom tour. There's actually a minimum. There's like a little mini aisle that goes backstage that you can kind of go past the show. which is really cool. And it was a way for us to get on the ride that way. It was really cool seeing that. My college program, I had the opportunity to go backstage at Fantasmic, but they didn't have any of the sad part is I didn't have any, my family was in town when that happened, and it was also in a lottery system, and I never got the lottery system for it. Some of my cast friends did backstage of Tower of Terror, and they said that was absolutely amazing. They said they got to take in detail pictures of all of it, and they said everything in that lobby they bought and made sure that it was vintage to that specific time period. So I can't remember what the time period was for this in 1950s, so 1950s vibe for a hotel, which is really, really cool. And I think that's, I'm sure that Disney Imagineers took them a long time to figure that out. But I would love to go backstage. Fantasmic is my favorite show, hands down, on Disney property. It's a family traditions that, 1940s. Well, yeah. Yeah, you're right. 1940s, 1950s, around that time. It's been a long day, guys. I've been up since 6 a.m. in the morning. It's been a long day. That backstage would be really fun at some of my favorite attractions. Soarin' would be another one. Soarin', but I don't like Soarin' Around the World. Everyone says that might be a controversial opinion, but I love the original Soarin' over California better. Hello to Past Elder Parent. Nice to see you. We're talking all about Disney bucket list items. So you guys can join in the conversation and write your favorites too. I'll probably bounce off of you too. What else is there? Yeah, I think that's number 6. Number 7 is talking to a Disney Imagineer. Now, I did have a Disney Imagineer conversation back on my college program. They had I was there at the time that Frozen Ever After was opening. And the first day it was opening, they had several times that it broke down for quite some time. And they wanted to figure out what was going wrong with the system, whether it was the actual pivot system on both sides, or if it was something with the lift that was making it difficult. So they wanted to figure that out, and they had cast members do what's called a test shift. So basically you sign up on the hub and you actually you go backstage. You're able to do that as long as you have everything with you. Hey, Via Pre-Project, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Appreciating you guys for being here. Like, guys, this is awesome. I have like tons of people that are being on YouTube, and I really appreciate you supporting little elder me, who's brand new to all of this. So I really appreciate that. You guys had a good week, by the way. You've had some pretty good live streams. And congrats on your new Lego. I'm very jealous. They just came out with a small set of Mulan from Lego that I'm really wanting to get my hands on, because Mulan is my favorite Disney princess of all time. And it's about time that we have a disabled princess in the lineup. I don't know, anybody raise your hand on that, because I think a disabled person, having disabled princess will help kids understand that we are just like everybody else. We want friends, we want lives, we want a love story, and we all are capable. And I think Disney can do that very well, especially after Loop. If you guys haven't watched the Disney Sparked Short Loop on Disney Plus, make sure you guys watch it. It's a really, really big autism-inspired short. It's the first one they ever made, and it involved a female who's nonverbal. In my case, was actually nonverbal, which was beautiful. I cried because for my first 5 years of my life, that's how I communicated with my family. And with my parents and with everyone who interacted with me. I thought that was really cool. Thank you. No, thank you, VIP Project. You guys have amazing editing. I will never get to your status of editing. You put a lot of work, and it definitely shows. I say you guys should have more subscribers than everything does. Shout out to the Shep family. Shep David's going live on Twitch, so if you guys are like Twitch, he's going live right now. And reminder to all of you, we have a hashtag here at Make It Blue Disney Adventure. All of our Blue crew, we have a hashtag that we're going to be using every time we're going to send people over to another stream. So always on my Friday shows, I always am right before Dole Whip Dad's Disney Pins live episode at 11 p.m., which is about in 20 minutes here. You're going to use, I'm going to use right in the comments. If you guys go and watch his stream, you're gonna put it's a blue. You're gonna put it's a blue attack in the comments, and that's how you, Jeff from Doe Whip Dad is gonna know that I sent you guys over to his stream and others who are streaming. And you can also use that on Twitch's stream. Just say, hey, this is Caitlin from Make It Blue Disney Adventure, because he doesn't really know my channel that much. He only follows me on Twitter, and I don't really post on Twitter that much. But anyways, guys, what number was I on for the bucket list? Can anybody help me? My brain is going on tangents. This is the autism world. When you go into a diversion, your brain has to take you to another half of it, and you're like, then it doesn't connect, and then you're thinking, okay, I know I was doing this, my brain is not coming up with the other half, and it's really frustrating. And also, I have a pick to play with Amazon today. I was supposed to have my Apple Pencil delivered today, but they sent me the wrong Apple Pencil. They sent me I have a 7th generation iPad that I was going to use for editing and for writing. Which, speaking of that, hold on, James, I'll pull it up here in a moment. But I ordered the 1st generation, and that's what was shown in the picture. Well, I get this in the mail. This is the 2nd generation. This is not the generation I use. So after this stream, and probably after Dole Whip Dad's stream, I'll probably be chatting to Amazon, because I paid quite a bit of money for this Apple Pencil, and it's not even the Apple Pencil that I wanted. But anyways. Okay, and James writes it on here. Thank you for saying that I'm a good writer, because I did 2 years of newspaper, and not a lot of people liked my writing at the newspaper. It was great. A lot of people threw away anything I had an article in, which was fun. I kept my senior paper, actually, was my the last issue. I had a feature, a front page issue, and it was actually Autism Awareness Month. And then I didn't keep, I regret this, but I didn't keep my senior editorial. Like when you were a senior and you do newspaper, you were able to do one cover feature throughout your senior year and one an editorial, which was cool because you could just reflect on your senior year and all that. Anyways, but yeah, if you guys want to read some of my already blog, and make sure you subscribe to it or be on the email list. It'll let you guys know when new blog posts go up. And if you guys don't want to do that, you guys can also social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook page. I will definitely be posting when blogs go up. And I have a couple already in writing. I just like to let it sit for a couple days and then go back on it with a fresh pair of eyes and make sure that the grammar sounds good, because I'm not the best when it comes to grammar. I'm actually doing a minor in journalism when I go back to school. I'm majoring in business administration with a minor in journalism to help improve my skills. What else was it? Does anybody know what number? I think it was a number 8, guys. Am I right? Oh, that wasn't good. The lights just flickered. We've had severe storms here in the area. We had a couple of power outages here. We had some trees down. And the lights just flickered, so I hope that's not saying they're coming back. Okay, we're on 8. Perfect. Oh no. Is my website on error? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I need to make sure my website's working. Can you guys still hear me? But anyways, number 8 is This is a far reach, but sorry, I'm trying to log into Wix and make sure it's still up and running. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going on my Wix site. Okay, hold on, guys. James, when you put this in the comments, just keep this on your... Okay, guys, try and see if that link is working. See if that works, guys. All right, number 8 is meeting somebody who is a president of something. Whether it's a president of a theme park, whether it's the president of, like, the CEO of the company, just somebody who is in management high up that I could ask questions about how to come back to Disney from, because I think it's something that I would learn a lot from. And honestly, it just kind of goes in your mind that way. And then number 9 is to become a leader, coordinator, or a trainer, because that's part of my Disney career and journey. One day to be a leader would be absolutely incredible. And I think that's fun. And number 10 this is going to be sounding really sad and very uneventful. But number 10, I have to think long and hard about this to make sure I get this right. I think number 10 is going to be for me to stay at every single Disney resort at Walt Disney World and some of the international parks. Because Disney World, man, they have amazing content and amazing things. Thanks to everyone who's been on my... I see one from a couple from Florida, and then Keith. Okay, I see you guys. Is the link working? Looks like it is, because I'm seeing a couple people on the site, so thank you guys. And then also for some of you who are if you guys are visually impaired, if your screen readers do not work, I am starting to make a video blog series based on my videos of my blog posts to make them fully accessible for all of you. I think that's awesome. Okay, no delaying. But yeah, number 10, I think, is staying at all the Disney resorts. I've stayed at most of them, and I think it's a lot of fun. The Disney resorts have so much to offer, and for me, as someone who is autistic, I love enjoying the resorts. It's a lot of fun. I think it would be a lot of fun. Okay, thanks, James. Thanks for letting me know it works. Castle of Prayer says staying at each resort at Walt Disney World is at the top of our bucket list. Yeah, there's actually somebody that's called the Bucket List Family. They have a YouTube channel here. They were chosen for Walt Disney World to do a couple of years, and during my like a couple months after my college program, to do what was called 30 Stays in 30 Days, where they stayed at all 30 of Disney's Walt Disney World resorts on property throughout the time, which was so much fun, and these kids had so much fun. They went either to the parks, the resorts, or went to downtown Disney, or Disney Springs, as most people like to say, and I prefer Disney Springs because that's how I call my home, but it's up to you. So that is my top 10 list. Obviously, there's more. Like Walt's apartment is another one. I would ball in that. Oh, Rachel, you're never late. And Rachel, we shouted you out earlier. Make sure you guys are watching tomorrow's episode of Let's Talk Disney, because Miss Rachel is going to be our guest for that episode. It's going to be so much fun. And Downscale's here too. Hey, Downscale, thanks for being here. And Rachel, as D&G Explorer says, you're never too late. Downscale says top 10. Yeah, make sure you guys watch the replay if you guys are just getting here. Paso de Paris says, we will be crossing Fort Wilderness off the list on Tuesday. That sounds so fun. Yes, Rachel, it's on Life with Roxana's channel. But that sounds like so much fun. And Password Repair, I don't know if they're doing the Hoop-Dee-Doo review, but you guys are planning on doing that. Please plan on doing that. Hoop-Dee-Doo was one of my favorites as a kid. It actually wasn't too overstimulating, oddly enough. Jim from More Sunshine says, I've stayed at all the moderates and value resorts. We are now on to the deluxe resorts. As soon as I hit the lottery, LOL. Very well so. My senior trip, we were supposed to stay at Wilderness Lodge. That ended up not working out. We ended up staying at Port Orleans of Riverside, which actually is one of my favorite moderate resorts. Yes, Rachel, you can post Roxanne's link. James posted it earlier, too. You definitely can. What I've stayed at was all the value resorts I have stayed in multiple times. Pop Century, honestly, is my favorite resort on property right now. We love the theming. We love the easy access. They typically do pretty good on buses at Pop. And in terms of moderates, we stayed at Caribbean Beach a few times. We haven't been there since they've done the refurb yet. The last time I went there was on a couple of episodes. It was like on my first solo trip, and it was I had like one night where I couldn't get a stay at Pop, and I ended up staying at Caribbean Beach in a pirate room for one night. Actually, those pirate rooms were awesome. Regardless of the fact, so Caribbean Beach we stayed at. We think we've stayed at Coronado, but obviously I've gone since I was the age of 2, and that's a lot of trips. So I don't remember. I don't exactly remember, but I think we stayed at Coronado a couple times. We stayed at Port Orleans Riverside a couple times. Great resort. Love that resort as well. Great place for autistic families. Nature, quiet, fairly quiet. You can sit outside to stay outside of the loudness of the food court. I think that's great. And in Port Orleans French Quarter, I have not stayed in yet. And I've not stayed at Grand Destino Tower at Coronado Springs. And then I've stayed at none of the deluxe resorts, but I have been inside of Bay Lake Tower and Contemporary and Grand Floridian a couple times because those two are my favorite spots to pick up the buses from Disney. It's great. What else? Just wanted to make sure I'm not missing anything else. And then, and I've been in Polynesian to get Dole Whip. Duh. But yeah. James says, love Pop, and Skyliner makes that place bomb now. Yes, but it makes it more expensive, which makes me sad. I understand why they're making it more expensive, but man, it was one of my favorite resorts, and now we have to stay at All Stars mostly, even as a family now, which is really sad. And I've been wanting to do an annual pass. That's also on my bucket list is becoming an annual pass holder, because I'm close enough now to where I can take an hour flight or drive 8 hours, but I can't drive highways. Bleh. Past other appearances, we've only done one deluxe, and that's at Animal Kingdom Law's Jumbo House. Jumbo House is the one that's non-DVC, correct? Because Kidani Village, I know, is DVC. It was amazing. Animal Kingdom Lodge, I love Sanaa. I love their bread service. I didn't end up going during my college program, but I remember doing it on one of my solo trips, and it was so much fun. And man, that food, that naan bread was so good. Life with Roxana, actually, I'm afraid of heights. Skyliner was not bad. It was handleable. The only thing that was a little scary was the stop station, the turn station by Epcot. After that, yes, James, they are refurbing all of All Stars. Actually, I didn't mind the old style rooms. Honestly, I didn't mind them, and here's why. They're very basic in layout. I know where everything is. As a disabled person, most of the things that were accessible. Like I had the ability to close captioning, which I have all the time. I make sure Stacy is on my resort TV. Wait a minute. Anybody else do that? Thanks for taking notes. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have to take notes as well for the live stream because I totally forgot that we were talking about the reopening. But yeah. All right, we are 6 minutes, so we're going to do a little bit of end keeping, let you guys know what's coming up. I know, I love Stacy too. Man, I love Stacy. She posted on her thing, and I think she started doing a spiel. So if you guys have her on Instagram, make sure you look her up. I think she did something recently. Downscale, I've actually watched the Disney Springs channel. If you guys don't have the Disney Springs channel, you don't know what that is in resort TV rooms, make sure you guys turn that on because, man, that's awesome. Okay, we're going to go into a little bit of housekeeping before the end. Right after this is over, I want you guys going over to Dole Whip Dad's live stream with Disney Pins Live. Make sure you guys write hashtag It's a Blue Attack. That will let Jeff know that we are here, that we are sending you over from my channel. Also, by the way, Shelly Mae wants to say hello to all of you. This was my last thing I bought on my college program before going home. And my aunt was like, I want you to buy something to remember of your college program. I found this. I found the pin trading bag, which I used during my college program. And I thought that would be so fun. And she's someone that I snuggle with every night. And yes, I'm a 24-year-old that snuggles with a teddy bear at night, but she has a lot of memories attached with her. Past older parents, we were lucky enough to do the Past Older preview at Magic Kingdom today. It was a great day. Finished 20 of the 25 open rides, with the longest wait timing being 18 minutes at Jungle Cruise. Wow, that's surprising. Well done. Okay, I need to close this out because otherwise I'm going to go over and I want to watch Dole Whip Dad's stream. Make sure you guys go watch her stream. If you guys don't follow me on social media, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and my Facebook page, as well as my blog post. Make sure you guys are subscribing to that blog or subscribing to the email list. That'll let you guys know when new blog post goes up. What else? Also, tomorrow's episode of Let's Talk Disney, we are going live with Life with Roxanna's channel. We're going to be talking all about reopening of Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom with Life with Roxanna, Life with Lena, Miss Emily, and myself. And the special guest will be Rachel Loves Disney, so it'll be so much fun. And then also for content this week, a couple blog posts are going out this week. I will be catching up on that since I haven't posted in quite some time. I wanted to get some of them batched, ready to go. I just need to let them sit for a couple of days and then go back with them with a brand new set of eyes to make sure all the grammar is great and then post them. I'm going to start filming my autism or my blog post series for those of you who are visually impaired and need a little bit of help. And then also, I think I'm going to be posting a video with questions that you guys can message me with general questions you have when meeting a disabled person, what goes through your mind, and maybe I can help you guys ease. I'm thinking that's a cool video to make. And then also watch out for Disney Dan's collaboration with me. If we have any information on what date it's going to go up, we will let you guys know on social media or on another fellow live stream to make sure you guys stay up to date on that. With that, I think I'm going to make sure to catch up and chat, and I will say goodbye to all of you. So, and thanks, Roxanna. No shame, Caitlin. I'm 32 and I got all with the Duffy. Appreciate that. I just love Duffy. Shelly Mae is such a good friend. And Fork too. Forky's great too. Alrighty. Yeah, Past Older Repair, you had a great day. I hope casts were really nice to you today, by the way. It is me. Right. Yes, I'm really big on Instagram. If you guys want to see, contact me. This is where you contact me on Instagram. And okay, we're going to end the show out. So thanks to all of you who are here. Thank you for you guys who have subscribed. Thanks again to Jim from More Sunshine Place for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And as cast members once say, have a magical evening, everyone. And I will see you in either in Dole Whip Dad streams or fellow live streamers tomorrow. You all have a magical night, and I will see you on my next episode of Catching Up with Caitlin. Bye, everyone.